Hey everyone! Today I'll show you my full run of the Coral Tower, including the boss at the end, Crust King Khann. There's also quite a gauntlet of arena fights before we get to him though, and I'll give you the rundown on each one of them. If you can believe it, this was another one-shot for me, so as always, you'll have to forgive some sloppy play at the start of these fights, and I'll point out the things I could have done better as we go. Let's go ahead and get started. The first set of ads will have giant swords. They're actually not that hard to deal with though. If you see them winding up for an attack, either back up or stick with downward slashes. You pretty much have to be standing in front of them to get hit. The flying unit will throw blades in an arc towards your location, so as long as you keep moving you should be okay. If you can get beneath them, you can keep hitting them with upward slashes, and there isn't much they can do about it. They do have a melee swing, but the range isn't that big, so you should parry them even if they try. We also get a group of conch flies. Deal with them as you normally would. Just sidestep the spots where they're going to burrow and jump over them if they're charging across the floor. That's all there is to it. The floating blobs are a one-hit, and they don't even explode, so enjoy the free silk if you need it. The last flying enemy is the biggest problem in these arenas. They can charge in a long arc across the room, or they can go for a two-hit combo in the air. The real issue is that they're very good at dodging your attacks though. So if you have a decent tool equipped, maybe save it for these guys when they show up. And don't forget about your claw line. It's a good method for hitting agile guys like this. Outside of that, the best time to hit them is right after their charge attack, so you can always try to bait them into using it and focus on dodging that. We get another new ad at the start of Arena 2. These ants will throw blades in a shallow arc towards you, and are somewhat agile. I usually try to lean on running attacks to catch them, but they aren't as dodgy as those flying guys from before, so once you're in front of them, just keep on swinging until they decide to get out of the way. Honestly, I don't know what the point of this big jellyfish is. Just jump up there and hit him, because I've never seen him do anything to stop it. They'll split into smaller versions of themselves, but they go down just as easy. It's just another opportunity for free silk as far as I'm concerned. And now we have the Driznargas. As always, try to stay somewhat near where the projectiles hit the floor, but obviously not directly in the path. And don't forget that you can deflect the projectiles in an emergency. Now these big guys have 3 attacks to watch for. They can charge across the room, and when they hit the wall, coral spikes will raise up from the floor right behind them. They can also stomp to summon even more coral spikes. And lastly, they can jump a short distance and will summon spikes on either side of them when they land. You may have noticed that only the jump attack makes the area above them dangerous, so of course I recommend attacking with downward slashes here. Just move out of the way whenever you see them crouching to start a jump. The only new enemy in Arena 3 is this flying guy that shoots the orbs of lava at you. His attacks will often leave him completely covered by the projectiles, so you either have to patiently wait for an opening, or you can lean on ranged attacks either from silk skills or tools. There's also this brief period where the arena's floor is completely covered by the spikes. You'll have to rely completely on wall jumps or downward slashes to stay afloat, keeping in mind that you can use the spikes themselves for this purpose if you need to. Okay, we finally made it to the boss. Now let's break this down. Most of his attacks will be some variation of this concept. He'll point in a certain direction, and shortly thereafter a big spike of coral will attack along that line before disappearing. In this variant, he will be up in the air and point in a diagonal. When this attack is finished, he backflips away, so my preference is to dash directly under him. That way you can get several attacks in when he lands. You'll want to adjust a bit if he's against a wall though, since there will be nowhere for him to back up to. In this variation, he'll summon an X pattern around himself. There isn't much room next to him, so I just stayed away whenever I saw this one. This time, he'll call a spike up from the floor, usually wherever you're standing. If you can close the distance quick enough, this is another great opportunity to get some damage in. Unless, of course, he summons it within melee range, which does happen. In this variation, the spike will cover the entire floor, so you just have to stay off the ground, keeping in mind that you can bounce off of the coral spikes if you need to. My preference here is to try sneaking in a downward slash before backing off. You have to be quick about it though, because if he jumps for his next attack, you'll be directly in his way. After a while, he starts calling in several spikes in random locations. If you're lucky, the spot next to him will be clear and you can keep up the damage. If not, just stay out of the telegraphed locations. After the last enrage, he starts calling spikes from the ceiling, which will fall straight down after a brief delay. Nothing too fancy here, just stay out of those lines, and if you're lucky, the spot next to the boss will still be open. And there we have it, a full run of the Coral Tower. If you found this guide helpful, do me a favor and leave a like or comment before you go, and consider subscribing to see more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.